Adding or subtracting fractions that have different denominators, Part 1. In order to add or subtract two fractions, or more fractions, we need to have a common denominator. If you don't have a common denominator to start with, you have to build up one or more of the fractions until you do have common denominators. Let's think about 1/4 plus 3/8. The denominators are not equal. Your denominators are 4 and 8. Can you build fourths up to eighths? Try multiplying 1/4 by 2/2. You'll get 2/8 as an equivalent form of 1/4. Now rephrase the original problem. 1/4 plus 3/8 was the original. It means the same as 2/8 plus 3/8. When you add 2/8 plus 3/8, you should get 5/8. Check to see if it needs to be reduced. Since it doesn't, the sum is finished. Let's think about 3/10 plus 1/2. The denominators are not equal. Your denominators are 10 and 2. Can you build up one denominator to the other? I think you can build up halves to tenths. 2 times what number gives you 10? Try multiplying 1/2 by 5/5. You'll get 5/10 as an equivalent form of 1/2. Now rephrase the original problem. The original problem was 3/10 plus 1/2, and that means the same as 3/10 plus 5/10. When you add 3/10 plus 5/10, you should get 8/10. Check to see if this needs to be reduced. When you reduce by dividing both the numerator and denominator by 2, you'll get a final result of 4/5. Now try these. I'm going to give you 3 addition or subtraction problems with fractions with different denominators, and I encourage you to try them on your own. Press pause, go do the work, and then come back and press play and go through the solutions. So the ones I'd like you to work on are 2/3 plus 8/15, 1/30 plus 1/5, 7/40 minus 1/8. For 2/3 plus 8/15, thirds can be built up to 15ths. So multiply 2/3 by 5/5. 2/3 means the same thing as 10/15. Then 2/3 plus 8/15 means the same thing as 10/15 plus 8/15, which equals 18/15. Let's reduce 18/15 by dividing the numerator and denominator by 3 to get 6/5. Then 6/5 is improper. In its mixed number format, 6/5 will give you 1 and 1/5. One-30th plus 1/5. Fifths can be built up to 30ths by multiplying 1/5, top and bottom, by 6. So you're multiplying 1/5 by 6/6. 1/5 means the same exact thing as 6/30. Then 1/30 plus 1/5 means the same thing as 1/30 plus 6/30, which equals 7/30. 7/30 is in its reduced form already, so it is done. 7/40 minus 1/8. Eighths can be built up to 40ths, so multiply 1/8 by 5/5. 1/8 means the same thing as 5/40. Then 7/40 minus 1/8 means the same thing as 7/40 minus 5/40, and that equals 2/40. Let's reduce 2/40 by dividing numerator and denominator by 2 to get 1/20. 1/20th is now in reduced form, so it is done. Notice that in each of these problems in this tutorial, one of the denominators can be built up to the other denominator. Eventually, we will have to work on what to do in the situation where we can't do that, but yet the denominators are different. So that's coming, but not just yet. Hang in there.